Right, I think we are on. I don't know how loud this is going to be. So if the game's too loud, you're going to have to let me go. Ooh, that's the controller. Well. First off, wow. That is clear. And wow, that looks good. This is like 100 times better than I remember. That light over there just doesn't glare into your face, silly. I haven't put chat on, so give me 2 seconds. I'm going to fix my chat because I didn't think I'd get the game loaded so quick. So I need to tab out a second. Let's have a look. How do we inject this one? This is going to be fun. Launch. Chat will be available shortly when OVR drop doesn't try to take over my screen. Not quite sure where I'm going to put it at the moment. It might be a bit awkward in this game. It's not loading. That's not good. Hold on. Lost my mouse. There's a mouse loose about this house. I think it goes something like that, doesn't it? God, why is it every time I move the mouse, it focuses in on something else other than what you want it on, you know? We're getting there. Hey, we got chat. Right, let's put the headset back on a second. So far, I was pretty impressed. Let's do a training mission, maybe. Because I don't think my controls are set. Let's do docking and travel, and I don't think they're... Yeah, it's not central because it's over there. What are you doing over there? Sitting a little sideways.
Now it's time for you to help me out. I need you to do a cargo run for me. Ordinarily, I'd take care of this myself, but I'm not on the best of terms with the security forces over in Azeban City, so you're gonna have to take my place.
That is so much more detailed.
When you're ready, return to the surface to take your ship out of the hangar. I'll keep in contact with you as you make your way there.
But really, I could put that screen, the chat screen, I could mount it there. That would work. Or I could put it below the central screen in front of me. That would work. Down by my feet. Okay, let's try to launch, shall we? That's when we have mouse control. A second. There we go. Should be focused on the game now. Hey Super, how you doing? I'm not quite sure whether the game volume here is going to be too loud or too quiet. Look at the size of that. Holy. Yeah, I might have to move that chat box because you guys aren't going to see much otherwise.
Okay, you're ready to launch. Take her out, Commander.
Yeah, this is quite a quiet game in comparison. Give me a second, I'm just going to boost the game volume.
This cargo won't deliver itself, you know. Launch your ship, Commander.
Tab out. I'll tell you what, it may actually be too awkward to do it. I'll have to set up a profile for it, and I can't do that right now. It's only a test stream for this anyway. We'll leave it as a low volume for now. Right, let's do a quick launch and see what this puppy does.
Ship is released. You can use your
Put the
vertical
thrusters
thrusters to clear the
normal.
landing pad. By the way, try not to end up as wall decoration on your way out.
Landing gear retracted.
Engines up. Boost. That looks absolutely stunning.
Okay, you're clear of the access corridor. Your ship's still mass locked by the station. Once you get beyond 5 kilometers, you'll be able to make the jump to supercruise.
I mean, this is what it's about, man.
Clear of mass
VR
lock, Commander.
in this game
Charge up your frame shift drive now.
is absolutely gorgeous.
Frameshift drive charging. 4.
Everything just looks like so real.
Great. Your ship is in supercruise. This is the best way to hop around a system, but you need to go a little bit further afield.
Let's just spin it
Start
all
by
around.
plotting a route for Iranen on your left-hand nav panel.
I can read that perfectly fine.
Frameshift drive
Right.
charging.
Now that your target is locked in, you're clear to make the jump to hyperspace. Point your ship at the target and charge up your FSD.
The chat box is in the wrong place, but that's fine. This is only a test.
3.
Oh, that looks so groovy. Oh, yeah. That's 10 times better than I remember. Now it really does feel like you're traveling down this tunnel. Wow, that sun is absolutely massive.
Welcome to Iranen, Commander. Just don't show any support for the Federation, and you should get on fine with the locals. My contact is over at Azban City. Try not to keep him waiting too long. This guy gets a little twitchy if things don't run like clockwork.
And it's just
Go
good,
ahead and
just
select the station on your
look
nav
up and
panel,
around
then
and you can
use
see
your
it through the
compass
top
there
of the
on
ship.
left of your radar to orient the ship towards the destination. And just so you know, the compass indicator will show up as a solid dot when you're pointing towards your target. And
Park
hollow
right
when you're
next to it
facing away
and take
from
it in. That is absolutely stunning.
Supercruise approach can be tricky, Commander, so you'll want to keep an eye on your distance, speed, and alignment at the bottom left of your cockpit display. Once you're within 1,000 Ks from your target and going less than 1,000 kilometers per second, you should be safe to drop out. If you keep your speed in the blue zone, you'll be less likely to overshoot your mark. But if you do, you can always loop back around and try again.
Transactions, contacts. Can read all of that. Module, ships, inventory status. Yeah. So much better now with this on. Trying to take it where we can view the planet. Back the speed off a little bit. And that looks so convincing. I mean, not that I know what it's like to be in space and fly by a planet, but that's hella good looking, especially when you can just look to your left and, hey, there's a planet. What do you know? Oh, we went a bit too quick. I didn't move my throttle back. God, you can tell I haven't played this for a while. I forgot to throttle back. My bad. I hit the button twice and I shouldn't have. That's because my button finger slipped. No, we've got to wait for the drives to cool down. Because I don't think we're in range, because there's nothing on the radar at least. God, that's so embarrassing that I messed that up. Right, it's over there.
Looks like you dropped out too far away from the target station.
You think?
Wait for your guys to cool down and then jump back into Super Cruise to get closer to your destination.
Ooh.
Frameshift drive charging.
We need to look at the map.
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Okay, hopefully you'll get it right this time around. Stay focused, Commander.
Don't get cocky.
You made it. Be sure to request docking before you enter the station. Flight controllers take their jobs very seriously. Tend to get upset if you start trespassing. You still haven't requested that permission to dock, Commander.
We've moved it, haven't they? There it is.
You're clear for approach, Commander. Just don't forget to deploy your landing gear. You won't be putting that ship on the deck without your landing gear. I'd
Oh, shush
recommend you
about my
deploy.
landing gear. It's not a problem. We're not even there yet.
Landing gear deployed.
That was a bit of a hard one, but hey.
Careful passing through the access corridor, Commander. And try to avoid head-on collisions with exiting ships. That cargo needs to get there in one piece.
That's so big. Clarity is
You're in. You'll want to
way
regulate
up.
your speed as you approach the landing pad. Oh, and pay attention to the docking assistance display. You'll need to make sure your ship is facing away from the entrance and that you're centered above the landing pad before you touch down. Remember, you can use your vertical and lateral thrust if you need to refine your movement. Nice job. I might just be able to depend on you after all. I'll be calling on your
all that
services
text
again,
that's
I'm
there.
sure. Till next
Can
time,
read that
Commander.
perfectly fine. Actually, the blue text stands out a little bit better, so maybe changing the HUD color slightly. Do put out training mission. Let's try a different mission. Let's do SRV training because that one's a little bit more different. Planet surface.
Got another job
Looks so
for you,
good.
Commander. A little
Sorry, I
clandestine
don't know that
operation.
one.
Don't
You're gonna
start.
have to get your tires dirty on terra firma. I'll explain the details as we go, but first you better deploy your landing gear and get this diamond back on the ground. Try to pick a spot out of range of that settlement just ahead of you. You're gonna need to infiltrate it later, so if they can't see you coming, it's a bonus.
Landing gear deployed.
This is a rugged terrain, so it may take some time to find a suitable spot to touch down. Slow, incremental movements are best here, Commander. If you're having trouble, just keep an eye on the terrain scanner. When the ship
Oh,
indicator
we are
goes
down.
blue, means you've got a suitable landing area. Great, you're on the ground. Now comes the fun part, Commander. Open up your roll switch panel, select your SCARAB SRV, and deploy it.
Low gravity warning.
Oh, my controls are reversed, but they work.
Okay, you got wheels on the ground. Now you need to get the SRV clear of the ship before it becomes fully operational.
Look at the size of that sucker. Oh, yeah.
Gravity will affect the way your SRV handles.
That looks...
I'm reading only about 0.1 of a
I remember doing this before and looking at the ships and thinking, oh, you know, they're a little bit blurry, but that is as crisp as can be.
And hey, you can use your vertical thrusters if you get into trouble. Handy way to jump over obstacles, too.
Well, this is slightly different to
Hey,
trucking.
a set of much attention. Your primary objective here is to disable a power grid by hacking the data link. Before you do that, though, you'll need to take out the local defenses. You can destroy the generator using your turret-mounted multi-cannon. If you're having trouble finding the generator, just follow the waypoint, Commander. It's not far. Great work. The generator's offline. You're in the clear. Now, approach the data link and target it. Then you can switch to turret view
Tire
and use
detail.
secondary fire to
The
activate
knobbly
the data link
tires, they look
scanner.
awesome.
Hacking this data link should kill the power grid. Just keep the target visible when you're scanning and wait for the process to complete.
Ding ding. There she goes.
Power grid is offline. Your work here is done, Commander. Just remember that data is a valuable commodity, so if you're willing to take the risk, hacking data points can be worthwhile. But believe me,
nice.
it always pays to have a plan of attack before you infiltrate a secure facility.
Doesn't want to go over that. Is it? Guess it's just one way in, is it? Oh, there we are. Who needs to finish it? Right, let's get out of there. Any other training missions worth doing? We've done docking and traveling, combat training, combat training. Let's have a look at combat training. This should be fun. I haven't done combat in I don't know how long.
Bounty hunting can be a lucrative business, Commander, if you're willing to put up with the occupational hazards. You've got a wanted target up ahead. If I'm right, this one should have a hefty bounty on his head in a neighboring system. Target their ship when within scanner range. Then use your kill warrant scanner to check if they're wanted elsewhere. If they
Can't quite
are,
see him. He's a
you'll
bit
be
of a
rewarded
blur
with
at the
a few more
distance.
bounty vouchers to cash in.
Oh, I don't know what my control buttons are.
Scan the target, Commander. There could be some credits to be made here.
That's not it.
Good job. As I suspected, this guy's a bit of a troublemaker. You know what to do, Commander. Take him out. You'll want to plan your attack carefully. Make sure you use your fire groups for quickly switching between different weapon configurations. Remember, it's best to wait till the shields are
What half the
offline
controls
before
are
you
in this
use
game
them.
anymore. I'll probably get slaughtered now because I haven't done this in so long. I've got to go into the controls and look at half of my web control settings because it is lost completely at the moment.
Flight assist off.
See what I mean by them slaughtering me? That's so much cleaner than I remember though.
Under attack.
Where the devil is he?
Under attack.
He's over there somewhere. God.
Taking damage. Shields offline.
Of course I'm taking damage because I suck. I don't know what half my controls are. We're about to die. And this is why we go straight into trader missions and not into your old account and die straight away in 2 minutes because you don't know where half the controls are. I can't believe how badly I suck. But it does look good. 'Uh-oh. Right, there's a button that I've got marked that is doing error. That's one problem I've got to fix.
Shields offline.
24%, we're about to die, and I still haven't got his shields. That was terrible. Wow, even the explosion looks much better than I remember. God damn. Nope, we're going to go to controls because I've lost half my controls. Back to main menu. Options. Graphics controls. Been a long time. Targeting, I don't know what's what. Select target ahead. Ready? Okay, that's that one. What's the next target? Wingman's not set up. That can't be right, can it? Okay. That's that one. That's that one. Okay, so that one's your targeting. Weapons. Primary, secondary, Psychonauts fire group. Ooh, okay. So that's that one for cycling up and down groups. Okay. Deploying hard points. Right, that's on that one. Cooling. Silent running. I don't want to do that just yet. Heat sinks. Yeah. Ship lights. Sensors. That's working, that's fine. Okay, F12 is reset HMD orientation. I wonder if I could have that set to something else. Cancel. Can't use that one. What can I use? We'll leave that for now. Cargo scoop. Yeah, landing gear. Yeah, microphone. No, don't need to set that. Okay, that works. There are so many commands in this game, this is ridiculous. Mode switches, anybody? Right, I think I need driving, because that was reversed. Inverted. There you go. Hey. Let's go back. Go into my solo account. I'll probably end up crashing somewhere. Hey, cool. I like it. Oh, jeez. There's a lot of room back there. Uh-oh. Press the zone when it shouldn't be. Whew, that could have been worse. The space station, I swear, could look bigger. That's playing as smooth as a baby's backside through yet. Oops, didn't want that. That's my landing gear. That's the cargo. Trying to remember half the buttons in this thing, Jesus. Well, there's the map. Ready? Wow, that's so much clearer. That's kind of crazy. Wow. The new sectors where they divided up the map, isn't it? It's just crazy. Crazy, I tell ya.
Frameshift drive charging.
I don't know if I can see myself getting back into Lite just yet, but it is nice to see it. And nice to see it looking 10 times better in VR than I would remember it. It's being updated, just hasn't been updated I want. As far as I'm concerned, I'm hoping they do atmospherics sooner rather than later, because it needs something extra for me to get back into it. Look out, we've got a long trip. What time it's going to crash? That'll be good timing. Hey James, how you doing? Nah, it's surprising with Elite Dangerous. I knew it. There we are. Server. I know a lot of people have been reporting errors with server connections. Let's try that one more time, shall we? You'd think you would get motion sickness, but with Elite Dangerous, nah. I had more motion sickness playing Dirt Rally in VR than I did with this, because I don't know, I think your brain's just able to keep up with what's going on with this one a lot easier. Well, mine is anyway. Where do we choose? I think we choose... Oh, are we there? So we got... Oh yeah, so it got us across to where we picked. Let's have a look at the local star map. I haven't quite programmed in all the controls for this yet. Even this looks 10 times clearer. I mean, these are all moons we can go to. Even a roller coaster is a little bit different, because there's a lot of fixed points with Elite, because it's a lot of black and there isn't really much fixed points below and above you. Should be easier, but they put a hell of a lot of detail in these. Right, how did I click that before? This is the bit we had trouble with, wasn't it? Was getting these to click. Thought I programmed in some of the buttons. Clearly not. Right, at least I know what I'm looking for.
Camshaft drive charging.
All the way up.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
We're going to have a little visit on a planet. Just going to do a little bit of sightseeing. I'm going to suck at doing anything else because I'm so out of touch. As you can well tell, my fighting skills have gone down the pan because I haven't done it for such a long time. Gladly though, I've only got combat to finish off. I need to just brush up on my practice. If you've got VR, I reckon Elite Dangerous is one of the games you've got to have, because it's a hell of an experience. It can be a nice, relaxing game, especially if you want to get into things like mining or just trading. It can be quite annoying if you want to get into combat, because there's guys out there with ships way better than what I've got configured. So if anybody came along, I'd be trounced in seconds, but that's where you've got to do the bit of the grind work. That's what really got me bored with Elite, was there's just too much grind. But I'd like to get back into it. I'm hoping that if and when they do atmospheric landings, then I'd get back into it and crack on with a bit more trading, what have you. Oh yeah, you know, there's been a couple of random times I've hit things. Gladly though, nothing really expensive. Punched a few walls. Hit the side of a TV once. That's about as close as I got to damaging a TV. Been pretty lucky though. I mean, you can set up boundaries within the headset, especially with the Vive, and I know you can with others. So when you start getting close to certain objects, you can kind of map it out and you will get a warning coming up. Just depends on whether you use those options or not. I don't normally, but I did at the beginning because it came in handy. Sitting down, it's not so much of a problem. And I'm coming in way too hot because I'm too busy reading. Okay, we got it back in check. I could have sworn I turned the orbit lines off because it's really quite annoying. Better. This game is multiplayer. You can either do solo, which is what I'm in, which means you're just up against the AI, or if you want to, you can play against multiplayer, and that's on again and causing problems. I'm gonna have to, that button I'll have to fix. So yeah, there's two modes basically. So if you don't want to have people coming after you and causing problems, you can just jump into solo, and then it's just you against the AI. But remember, space is a big place, so sometimes it's very quiet, other times you're doing all sorts. Now there is a night mode, but I can't remember if I've assigned the button or not. That's going to be interesting. It looks like it's another ship over there. They're on the glide path coming in. The dark side of the moon. Yeah, Elite is available on Steam. You can buy it directly from Elite Dangerous stores if you want. You don't have to have it through Steam to launch. I've got two versions actually. I've got this version and the second version which is on Steam. This is directly from the Frontier Developments or whatever it's called. What's it called these days? I can't remember what they're called. Frontier at least anyway. You can buy it directly from the store, run it off your desktop. It'll go into VR for you. So, somewhere there should be a night mode button, but I can't remember what button's on. Not that one. It's my landing gear. Don't want that one. Transactions. Contact, really. I tell you what, this plays so smooth, it's ridiculous. Okay, we're backing out. Right, that's not a dockable one then, is it? Right, we were looking for lights. God forbid. That's the Vive. So HTC Vive, which runs through Steam VR. But this game supports both Oculus and Vive, and you don't have to have the game on Steam. It'll kind of launch itself. There's no point in hovering over that because they're going to come after me. And I'm really not set up for anything crazy right now. Let's try something else. Escape vector.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
If you were to buy a Vive headset now, you're looking at around £500. An Oculus Rift would be about £350. That's like a direct competitor. If you want to get better than that, then you're looking at a Samsung Galaxy VR. No, Galaxy. Samsung. Oh, what's it called? I don't know why I said Galaxy. It's not Galaxy. It's oh my god, it's on the tip of my tongue and I can't remember. Samsung Odyssey Plus headset, and they're normally around 600. May cost you a bit more because you've got to import it if you're in the UK, so you've got import costs. But I know you can pick them up for around 500-600 in America. If I was going to buy one now, I would probably buy the Samsung Odyssey Plus. It's supposed to be really good. I mean, I play this ship on triples and you just about see these sides there and there. So I get quite a good view actually when I think about it. Just the only issue is it's stretched on triples because they don't support triple screens properly, which is really annoying. Right, we'll try a different planet. I still look a little bit smaller than I should be. I don't think they ever got the scaling right in this game. Ooh. Got a few extra options, haven't they? Too busy playing. Tell you what, this plays so smooth. Oh, don't be on the dark side of the moon again.
Orbital flight engaged.
So down there somewhere should be a small little settlement, which we're just going for a little visit. I don't know, it's probably about, what, gone past midnight by now, I would have thought. I'm not going to be on much longer myself, I'm just purely just messing around on here, just checking out VR. Yeah, I'm based in UK. There we are, 1:15. No. They have improved the colours on this game. They did say they were going to enhance the colour palette. I'm based in South Wales.
Landing gear deployed.
So we can check out. I don't think we're going to be landing around here anytime soon. I mean, look at the rocks around here. landing's going to be a little tricky. Ooh, it says you can park by there. Let's have a look. Seriously? You can park around here? No way. It really does take you to another planet, you know? Nope. Too rocky. See that if you get a blue flash and it stays blue, supposedly you can land the thing. No way, that's too deep. Oh, I do try. So this looks like one where you'd have to fly around and find a parking spot and probably drive in. It looks like they've got a defense turret and I'm too low. And you've always got to be careful flying close to the planet's surface because it's too easy to hit the ground. Whoa, that really messes with your sensors. So as you can see, it's flattened out over here, so you could park the ship out here, drive in with your SRV and have an investigation, but to be honest, that's a really small set. I was hoping I'd find a bigger settlement, but we were only coming in for a quick look around. And what we need to do, though, is park the ship up for the night. Let's go. Gonna pull away from the planet. The size of that crater. And these are all procedurally generated planets, so they may have the same colouring, but they're not going to be like two alike, you know? Right, where were we going? Let's... we were over there. There she blows. Just nice being able to fly by planets and have a look at them. I think this is why I probably enjoyed doing trading and exploring more than anything else. Trading was good because it built up a bit of money. It lets you explore the galaxy as well at the same time. Mining can be fun. Mining's supposed to be quite lucrative now, from what I've read.
Oscar Delta Delta. The Federation welcomes you, Commander. We'd be happy to serve you at this port. Approved for access. You are privileged to Cal 18.
Whoops. A little bit rusty on that one. Best game? It depends on my mood. I don't have a particular game. At the moment, it's mainly anything that's driving. But I usually just play whatever takes my mood, you know? Again, gives you a good idea of scale.
Landing operation complete. Securing ship. Station facilities are at your disposal, Commander.
That is so clear. Oh, look, another ship. Yeah, pretty much dirt rally. And it will be more, actually, because Dirt 2 is going to be inbound at the end of the month, so we'll be playing that probably for a good month or so. So, yeah, there's so much. You got your character generation. Let's have a look at this. He's looking pretty cool with his shades on right now. He still looks like a midget though. The scale is all wrong. When I look at him, he looks too small. And I don't know whether that's because the scale on the Vive headset is all wrong. I mean, he's in proportion, don't get me wrong, but it's just... everything to me just looks a little too small. If I was going to stand up... I've always said let me get my teeth back in. I've always said that if I can get more people interested in doing Project Cars 2 multiplayer, I'd happily play some multiplayer Project Cars 2 as well. I'm trying to move away from single player. I've done a lot of single player on the channel. You know, I'm more than happy playing games on my own, but you know, if I'm going to try and build a channel, I need to try and involve the viewers themselves, and hopefully they feel involved. And so if I can get people to say, yeah, okay, let's say, I don't know, Wednesday night, do Project Cars 2 multiplayer, even if it's just fun, you know, have a couple of laps here, a couple of laps there, and if we can then get enough people interested and, you know, make a mini series of it, so to speak, got no problem. I don't know what my PC is going to be like hosting multiplayer, streaming, and racing all at the same time. It might be a struggle. I don't know. I mean, I am planning on getting a second PC, but right now that's a bit off. Yeah, I do a bit of ETS2 multiplayer now and again. At the moment, that's probably about once or twice a week, depending. And again, that's another game that I'm trying to grow multiplayer session on. You know, it's open to all. You know, there's no limitations other than all I ask is that you drive nice. That's it. We can exit out of there. What else have we got around here? I haven't looked at this for such a long time. The old shipyard. So we can see the ships that are available. Not a lot. Federal. See, all of this is so much clearer. I can read all the text easy. Everything on the screen looks nice. Used to love the Vulture until they nerfed it, and now it's a pile of pap. Unless, of course, they've changed it since I last played. And there's my fleet of ships. I should sell some of these. I don't use half of them. But I think my mission was to get one of every ship. Although I seem to have 2 Imperial Clippers. That didn't work, did it? Why have I got 2 Clippers? Oh no, I see. That's a cutter, not a Clipper. Whoops. That's why. Look, Big Bertha. Scania mainly. But I'll drive almost anything. I don't mind if I just drive a random you know, weak truck. Doesn't bother me. But a T series Scania is my favorite. It's my go-to. The size of that. Wheel of a time. Right. So we've got a Cobra Mark III. Federal Dropship. Anaconda. Python was always a good ship. I enjoyed that ship. I do like the Viper as well. This is the Vulture I used to use, but not as good as what it used to be. Yeah, it's good to change and drive other trucks now and again. Game gets a bit boring when you start doing the same thing over and over and driving the same truck over and over. I can't say I do a lot of modding on multiplayer. I tend to leave it alone, to be honest, because I just think it's a lot of headache for nothing. The Power Play hourly update. Okay. And again, all of this, I can read this perfectly fine. Thargoid activity reports. Lady sector. And again, all these images, they're so much clearer on the screen. It's a hell of a difference. Quick review. Yeah. That looks great. Well, who knows? Maybe one day I'll get back into it. How much? Oh my god, there's a lot of stuff. Lounge. Ship not compatible, so that's just for me. This is the one thing that's always disappointed me, is the pictures of the crew, because what is that? Just a mess. Each and every single one of them. Look at that. Eek. I swear they could do a better. Look, I mean, that looks cross-eyed. Is it just me? Seriously. That's just wrong. Exit. This is. Ugh. Cartographics. We got anything? Let's make a bit of money, shall we?
Incoming message.
Oh, okay. $4 million? That's what you're talking about. That's what we need in trucking. Do a job, 4 million. Yeah, no problem. Look at that. 14 million. Oh. Don't remember jobs being that good before. Damn. I've been out of this game for too long. Some of these missions are pretty good. Commodities, has that changed? Ah, right. That's the first time I've seen the distortion from the new lens. Rather than it being flat, there's an ever so slight curve. So it's only a really small distortion. So that's kind of interesting. But even then, I don't even think it's worth messing with the configuration for it. That's a lot of data. That's it. Ship Mamba. Right, so I think we're going to leave it there because I got to get myself to bed. As I said, it was only going to be a quick look around and see what the game is like these days in VR, and I'm pretty impressed. It's way better using these new lenses, which was the whole point, was to try and clear up some of the problems that I wasn't happy with originally. So yeah, another thumbs up. So far, nearly every game I've tried has been a definite improvement using the lenses. For the money, well worth it. If anybody's got any thoughts, wants to see a particular game, if I've got it, I'm more than happy just to load it up and try it out and give opinions. Otherwise, we're going to leave it there, and we're going to get some sleep. So take care, everyone. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you in the next video. Not quite sure what we're going to do tomorrow. There's a high chance it's going to involve some driving, and probably some rally driving. So expect that. Anyway, take care, everyone. Good night.